So MMOs grow and mutate and mature. The original MMOs, the ones that all became popular, they're sort of like the first cars you bought. They're sort of dangerous, rickety, but they were cool because you got to drive everywhere. But it's not like owning a BMW or a Mercedes or a high-performance elegant. That's what you get with iteration. So imagine how cars have changed in 50 years. MMOs change in 5 years. So what you've got now is a game that's warmer, easier to understand, easier to get into. People are used to MMOs. They're used to the game concepts. They understand what they are. They're willing to welcome them in. They're no longer afraid of them. By the same token, they expect more. They want them to be easier to play. They want them to be more cohesive, to hang together, to be joyous and wondrous. And Jeff beats me and the team every day with a stick. How big's the stick? It's a big stick. And then says, work harder. And we beat, how many people do we beat now? 260. And because of the European Union, everyone has to be beaten. The stick is a French-designed stick built by the Germans and has been appointed to everybody. It's used everywhere apart from France, where they just ignore the stick. They don't really care about it. No, this is how the European works.
Oh, okay.
It's weighed in euros, and we're beaten regularly to ensure that we're going to make a great game.
Okay, one of those bits will make it possible to edit characters, maps, worlds, gameplay, or...
How much customization is there?
Yes.
Customizable
and
stuff.
how much can you change the world?
Wow. You want me to do that? Yes? Okay. A lot.
Come back in a couple of minutes.
There's so much. That's a huge question. So there's a massive amount of things that you can change about your character, both in the way that they look and in the way that they play. We have 24 careers, 24 classes that you can play. Each one of those classes has hundreds of choices so that I can choose the same class as you but be different than you in the way that I play. Whether it's earning experience through adventuring, earning renown through RVR, unlocking items in the Tome of Knowledge, advancing yourself through new armor sets. There's a lot of different ways that you can gain power and make yourself different in the game. Plus, there's a lot of ways you can make yourself look different, whether it be at the beginning of the game when you choose the way your face looks and the way your body looks and what your hair looks like and what tattoos you have. You can start off by making yourself look different than other people.
Mention the big hat.
And then you get different items and different armor and different things that you can wear, including a crazy pig hat that you can put on your head and wear
like a
pig on your head. And then you get things like trophies. Trophies are items in the world that from doing great deeds, for example, if I kill the king of the empire, I can take his crown as a trophy, and I can hang it on my belt or put it on my shoulder so that I can show off to other people in the world. When they walk by me on the street, they can see the trophy and say, "Whoa, what's that?" Well, that's the crown from the king of the empire. I killed him.
And dragon skulls.
And dragon skulls, all sorts of stuff. We have hundreds and hundreds of trophies in the game.
So the same game can be different for
Absolutely.
each player.
And you can affect the land.
You can affect the land.
Move the war.
One of the greatest things about our game is RVR actually allows you to not only fight enemy players, but fight them in a way that allows you to capture land, move the battle towards their capital city, capturing their territory until you get to their capital city and actually lay siege to their capital city itself, storming their capital, burning, pillaging, looting, taking everything from them.
Okay. That leads me to one last question, that the game can be editable and can be your own game. In that matter, you announced the collector's edition.
Mm-hmm.
That is a personal thing, very limited, I believe.
Yes.
Sold out.
Yeah, sold out in most places already.
Okay. What will this edition have?
Ooh. Wow.
What's so special about it
What's
to be
so
a collector's?
special about the collector's edition? So in the collector's edition, you're going to catch me off guard because I'm not going to be able to tell you everything off the top of my head because there's so much. The collector's edition is full of unique items that not only you can get outside of the game, but that you can get for your character inside of the game. So these might be new faces for your character so you can make yourself look different than anybody else. They're new items that not only look different but give you special powers within the game. I think there's something, I don't even want to give you a number. There's a lot, and I can't remember how many because there's so many.
It's not just that, though.
Go.
It's like an artifact.
Yeah.
The thing about a collector's edition is you're committing to something that's much more than the sum of the first parts. So you get an art book, a hardbound art book with really high quality paper stock, which shows the artwork done by our concept guys. This is artwork you wouldn't normally see. This is the artwork that inspired the creation of the game. It's been reproduced in high quality. It's got annotations, notes from the artists themselves. And it really is like an artifact, like a testament to their hard work. Right. There's also a collected comic. Again, the idea of Warhammer is an idea.
Graphic novel.
Hardbound graphic novel. So it's the idea of Warhammer as a comic. There's also an actual miniature. And it's Gazbag and Grumlock. Yeah. He's a great big green skin with like a little goblin that sits on his shoulder. And the goblin whispers into his ear and says things like, "Yours is the best, boss." And Grumlock goes, "Oh, I'm going to hit stuff." And it's a real miniature. And it has all the joys of proper miniatures. You buy them, you put it together, you collect, paint it, and it works with a tabletop game. Right. So the idea is when you buy it, you go, look at that. What I have here is weighty and worthy and makes me feel awesome. Good. I am committing to this game because it kicks butt. Butsky.
That's good.
That's the Russian, that is.
Butsky
is Russian. Okay. I learned that.
How has been the reaction to the game from the players who play Warhammer not on the game?
So you're asking Warhammer fans who have now come to our beta test to test it out.
Test the game. What was their reaction?
Well, bear in mind that the people who adore Warhammer are utterly fanatical.
Yeah.
And their basic system is one of suspicion and carrying torches that they can burn you with.
Normally they are very punitive.
They are.
They better be right.
And what they have done is they realize that we care, we're respectful. The thing with the Warhammer idea...
Have you changed things through the feedback that you received from them?
It's like dating someone's sister. Okay, that's what the Warhammer idea is like. You have to be respectful.
Yes.
You have to treat her well.
Right.
You have to state what your intentions are.
Good.
And you're under scrutiny at all times.
The time, right.
You do something wrong with their sister, they'll break your legs. You behave and be a good person, they'll give you the time of day. And we've been like that with the Warhammer idea. And so far, good.
It's been great.
It has.
We love Warhammer. Our team are those people, those fans of Warhammer. That's us. We're building it. And so we're so careful. And we take loving care of that idea. And so far, the feedback has been fantastic.
Why would you do it any other way?
That's right.
Only 3 years of our life, which we're never getting back.
And the next 10 years.
And the next 10 years for what? For
Warhammer!